Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm creating a matte 3D look and it's going to be funky, it's going to be fun, and there's lots of different textures and shapes and stuff going on. So stick around if you want to see how it all turns out. But to start off, I'm using Not Again and I'm just going to pop 2 layers of this on this nail and cure in between. So I'm just making sure that this colour is totally opaque. All of the nails are going to be different colours because they're going to be like a coordinating set, but I don't want them to be too matchy-matchy. Once that's cured, I'm going in with the next nail and we're doing Killer Queen for this one. And as you can see, I'm just kind of doing a variation of similar colours. So they're all, you know, tonal, but not exactly the same. And again, I'm just doing 2 layers of this just to make sure it's opaque. For the next nail, I'm doing Soulmate, and again, just 2 coats of this. For the final nail, I'm doing Cabernet, and I am just going to do a set of 4 nails just because it's easy to show you and it just means that it's a little bit quicker for me to do on camera as well. But yeah, we're doing Cabernet on this one and we're just going to do 2 coats of this again. Next, I'm just going to matte coat all of the nails, and this will just make it easy for the next step because it means they'll be nice and flat and matte and not shiny, so anything I put on after this won't be sliding around. Once they're all cured, I'm going to be mixing up some 3D gel here. So I'm just using some Builder Gel, our Clear as Day, and I'm mixing it with the colours of the nails. So to start off, I'm using Not Again. And this is going to be to create some 3D shapes. So on this first nail, I'm literally just doing some stripes. So I'm just going to work on this and build it up until I'm happy with the 3D effect on here. And we are going to be mattifying these, but we're going to be using some crystal clear acrylic, and this is going to give them a little bit more of like a fuzzy matte texture, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to take this, and please do ignore the little bandage I have on my finger. I had a little nail injury last week, but we're not going to talk about it because it was very silly. I got my nail caught, but it's okay, it's all fine, it's not fallen off, we're all good. But anyway, just ignore that it looks a little bit silly in the video. So once that's cured, I'm just dusting off the excess, and as you can see, it's just got that like kind of 3D fuzzy texture. So I'm doing exactly the same for the next nail. So I'm just mixing the Builder Gel with Killer Queen, and this time I'm just doing some dots. I'm just going to try and make sure that they're evenly spaced and kind of like alternating in the rows as well. And again, before that cures, we're just pouring on some crystal clear acrylic powder just to make sure that that's fully covered. Make sure that these aren't shiny when they're going the lamp. You want them to be really, really, really matte. Once that's dusted off, we're going on to the next nail. So I'm using Clear as Day and just mixing that with the Soulmate. And I'm just going to do some diagonals on this nail. So just the same as the first one, but on a diagonal, and just build it up till I'm happy. And these nails are really subtle in that it's like the same colour on top of the same colour. But I just think I love a subtle nail every now and then, don't you? Like, they're just a little bit different and a little bit of a surprise when you take a closer look. So again, leave that uncured and we're just going to pour the acrylic powder on until it's absorbed it and it's all matte. Once that's cured, we'll dust that one off and we'll go on to the final one. So we're mixing our builder gel with Cabernet this time, and we're going to do some little hearts. So I'm starting off with just dots, 2 next to each other, and this is going to be for the top of the heart, and we're basically just going to pull them down towards each other to finish the heart off. So I'm just using a fine detail brush to do that with a little bit of the product on there as well. I'm just going to go back in and just refine those edges just anywhere that I want to change it a little bit. And again, I'm just adding on that acrylic powder before we cure it. Cure that and then dust it all off, and that one's all done. Make sure you dust off any of that excess acrylic powder because this is the kind of final look, guys. Let me know what you think down below and let me know what your favourite pattern is, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.